One thing's for sure. A mean girl gon' mean girl. Because that's what she does.
The thing is, the cops saw it, so they didn't even pull it.
Welcome back to the channel, guys. Thank you guys for clicking on the video. This is my review for Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 5, Episode 4. Celebrations and strange explanations. We start off with Grace and, not Grace, sorry. Well, Grace, that's the child's name. But we start off with Giselle and Grace, her oldest daughter. They are at a dance class and... midway through, how we got to start off, she embarrasses her a little bit. And that girl, I don't know whether she just don't see it for her mama and her mama being on this show, or she's just camera shy. Probably both. More so, I'm leaning more so on the side, that she just don't see it for her mama in this show. Because her mother is always bringing them into the fold, making them have tough conversations that they haven't had off camera, making them, just trying to force them to be a part when they don't want to be a part. They would rather just, fade into the background and, yeah, you got kids, you got 3 daughters, but you don't really necessarily need to have us on. That's the vibe I'm getting from Grace. She's annoyed, like she said, annoyed with the whole situation. So that's that. Giselle was trying to press the issue, I guess, trying to figure out what's been going on in Grace's head, because Grace has been walking around rolling her eyes lately. She's just been paying both her parents dust anytime they want to talk about them, as a couple. Anyway, Karen and Matt, they meet at Karen's house. I guess we're still trying to make Matt happen. I don't see the point in him. He gives and brings nothing. He adds nothing. Not even on some friend of the show type of thing. He just be there. He don't look like he belong. I don't know. They must have hired Matt, to stand in as a friend. I don't know. Anyway, Karen is planning a homecoming party. She's, she and Ray are back in Potomac, so it's going to be a big celebration. The party is supposed to be for the 2 of them. We back in Potomac. She gets this man and I thought that the man was going to show up at everybody's house, knock, 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 and do his whole little song and dance. Y'all are invited. No, she recorded it first. She's sitting in her chair, with the big old back up the back, like it's like she's sitting in a, what's the word? What is the word? It's not, I don't know why I want to say crown. Throne. She's sitting on her throne. And the man is, singing, welcome back. We welcoming the Hugers back. You're invited. Come on over. Yeah. She gonna send that out to everybody. Wendy and her boys, they meet up with Robin and her boys at the park. And right off the bat, Robin, Wendy, my girl. That's my girl. We don't really know each other like that, but that's my girl. We have so many things in common. I'm thinking, do you? Do you? Not really, Robin. Not really. Y'all got kids. That's it. Well, she said that her husband, she said that Wendy's husband and Robin, they both graduated from the same college. I don't think they was there at the same time. Wendy and her husband seem to be around my age, like early mid 30s. I'm not mid 30s yet. I'm just 32. I know they older than that, but they give me, 35 to 37, something like that. They ain't hit 40 yet, and I know Robin has, so we're not even finna go there. But she say they got so much in common, and they sit down, and Robin, she got her libations, and Wendy was looking like, at the park? Yes, girl. This thing moves, y'all. I hate that it moves. Y'all know it's a wig. You know it's a wig. Because did my hair look like this in the last video? No. And I ain't gonna get it braided. Y'all better get you one. Because listen, she is so convenient. So convenient. But I don't like that she be moving when I be moving my head. Don't shame me, wig. Don't shame me. Where was I? Yeah, anyway. They sitting down talking. And, you know, we got to talk about the whole, debacle with Candiace and Ashley and all of that at the dinner and at the party. All of that. They got to rehash all of that. And, she asked Wendy, so how you feel about how your girl was acting? Because she was tripping. She went in hard on Ashley. And Wendy is like, well, Robin, y'all are kind of rah. Robin, if you are by yourself and a group of people are like coming for you and coming at you and everybody's talking at you all at once, and it can make you feel like you backed into a corner. It can make you feel ganged up on. So I can see why she, came out swinging, because y'all had her backed into a corner. She runs down. No, Robin has to know, okay, so, because this is the point of Robin even being here. This is her whole reason for meeting up with the woman, so she can get what she can and run it back to the boss, Giselle. She asks her, so, what she got to say about all of us? And I don't know about Wendy. I'm side-eyeing her for this, because if it were me, and I know my friend beefing with these other girls, I'm the new girl walking in, and then I know right off the bat, I'm privy to some information. I wouldn't be giving you all of that. Like at most, it'd have been, well, she said that she has issues with a couple. She's had issues in the past with a few of you, but other than that, I'm gonna make my own assumption on you. She's allowed me to make my own, decisions, and I can come up with my own conclusion as it relates to all of y'all. That's what she should have said. Instead, she ran down verbatim what the girl had to say about Giselle, what she had to say about Karen, and it's like, why? Why? Because now it's all out of context. Whatever. I mean, Candiace did this last season, running back and telling Giselle something. Everybody want to go tell Giselle something that y'all know that she be putting 20 on 10, and she's going to overreact. And it's almost as if she texts people beforehand, like, I'm going to need for everybody in the group chat to run it back to me. Anytime somebody got my name in their mouth, anytime, something negative is said about me or Robin, I'm going to need y'all to run that back to me, because I got to have a reason to be bickering and arguing with y'all, when we start filming. That's what it seems like. But anyway, she tells her, what she said, Giselle, is a monster. She says she's the, Giselle monster. And she is. Giselle is a mean girl. She stirs the pot, messy, all of those things that you don't want in a friend. And yet everybody wants to be her friend. I don't get it. Like, I've been there. I think we've all been there. Where there's a group of people, you might be the loner and trying to infiltrate a group of friends, or you are in a group of friends and you're always the outside one, always the one being picked on or ridiculed, or that mean girl stuff. Mean girls are very condescending, they're passive aggressive, all of that, and all of those things are all of that describes Giselle. Wendy talk about her degrees again too, which, girl, we're not gonna keep doing this. She talking about when the boys first, she wanted the boys to get athletic scholarships. Then, now they're on the academic, wave, and not really wave. I'm sure they're heavy. I'm sure it's heavy on the academics in their household, but with her, she was saying that, when the boys get on punishment, she make them go into their office and look at all the degrees, because I got 4 degrees. So I make them, read the degrees, study the degrees, be one with the degrees. And Robin's like, do they know what a degree is? And I'm thinking, girl, they should. As old as they are, yeah, it's about time to be talking about college. Your sons don't know what a degree is. And maybe she wasn't speaking for herself, so let me not even go there. Candiace, she meets up with Ashley for lunch. Ashley, and see, this was me with my big old stroller and going in any restaurant or whatever. She rolling that big old Cadillac through them little aisles in that little coffee shop. I guess it's about as small as a Panera Bread or a Starbucks. Small aisles. It's not a whole lot of space, in between where the tables are. And she just rearranging the furniture. Excuse me. Ooh, girl. Anyway, they sit down. Long story short, at first, when they, start talking about things, Candiace owns up to things, and, the minute she says, well, you were engaging, now Ashley got to be on the defense. She likes to do that. You can apologize to her, but her rebuttal gonna be, okay, well, I just need for your actions to line up with what you're saying. It's like, girl, I just apologized, and you still trying to come for me. Like, my apology don't mean nothing, or like you don't take it serious. If that's the case, run me my apology back, because no. And they both should have been apologizing to one another, because we know that. And like Candiace said, I didn't know you were in labor. Like, how was I supposed to know that you and I are having a back and forth? And was I supposed to know that you stopped tweeting and you stopped responding because you were in labor? Now she just gets, she's trying to garner all of this sympathy from everybody. Oh, she's the new mom. Be gentle with the new mom. Man, please. New mom been a whole mess for 4 seasons. 4 seasons straight. Even when she was pregnant, she was still with the mess. Miss me with the whole Ashley's the victim scenario, because no, she's not. But anyway, she apologizes. They agree to move on, move forward. That's that. But in the meantime, it's okay now that we're cool. I don't know what's going on with me and Monique. Ashley confirmed that Monique and Charisse were next to each other, sat next to each other, communicated with one another. They showed a picture of Charisse and Monique at Ashley's baby shower. And she's like, so I'm trying to figure out what happened from then, to like a week later. Like, what happened in between that time? Maybe not a week. I don't know how much time had passed, but some time had passed, and it's puzzling to both Ashley and Candiace at, how Monique and Charisse fell out. Same with Candiace. She's swearing up and down. She has no idea why they're not friends anymore. She has no idea, or she had no idea that the beef was, this deep. But whatever. Monique, I'm looking at her sideways too, because she flip-flopping a lot. You on your live saying one thing, but I'm watching something different. So what am I supposed to believe? What I'm watching or what you telling me? I'm gonna believe what I'm seeing over here on the show, because or you know what? I take that back. I'll wait to the reunion to make my final decision on her, because I don't know. I have to understand, like I need to know more of the backstory on Candiace and Monique and why they're beefing so bad. Because it comes to blows. So yeah, let's just keep watching. Giselle, she's at home and she calls Robin getting her lashes done, and because while they were at the restaurant, they all ended up getting the invitation from Karen. Ashley and Candiace were sitting there watching it. Then we saw Giselle. When we saw her receive her invitation, and Wendy as well. Wendy and her husband. And once that's over, she calls Robin, and of course it's, girl, did you get that invitation? And Robin's like, yes, I did. What is going on? what is it? You know, they got the clown. They got the clown Karen because that's what they gonna do. And they bring up Wendy, and you know they both get a laugh out of the fact that Wendy, you know, said that essentially Karen ain't having no sex, and Robin just finds it funny that she made that observation, you know, without even knowing them like that, because I guess that's the talk between them. But they get a laugh out of that, and Robin is like, "You gonna love Wendy." And Giselle says, "Oh, I love her already. You know, that's my soror." What else going on? When Monique, and Robin told Candiace. Robin told Giselle, you know, about what Candiace told Wendy, as far as her being a monster. Oh, really? Oh, she won't monster. Then I'll show her what a monster is. Because what she's seeing is a bad bitch, but she wouldn't know. Girl, we ain't seeing that neither. We not seeing that either, girl. Monique and the family, they getting ready for bed. They put the kids to bed. Chase won't go to bed, though, so he up. They finna have, you know, a nightcap, have some wine or whatever. Monique has been feeling unappreciated and feeling like her husband can do a little bit more, or at least find a way, you know, to alleviate some of the stress off of her. You know, she asked him how his day was, and he ain't have nothing to say back. And she's like, "So you're not gonna ask me how my day was? Like, you just like the kids." And it can get like that, being mom. It really can. It like doing all types of stuff for people, and you'll never get no thank you. You'll never get no, "Oh, I appreciate that. I appreciate you for doing it." Never. And it's always, and especially from them kids. Them children think it's your job. It's your job to cook me food. It's your job to do whatever you do. It's your job, mommy. And it's not. Partly, but no. You know, a lot of the times, these fathers got it easy. They got it easy when it comes to this, when it comes to the, you know, the nurturing part of parenting, or the homemaker job, you know. He ain't trying to do it. He telling her she ain't cooking like she used to. And it's like, okay, get up and cook yourself something to eat. But you probably don't know how to. Because he from a generation where mama was doing all of that. And he's so barbaric, like in his thinking. It's just like, you're the trophy wife. You're here. I got you and got with you to have my kids and give me good sex. That's what you here for, and stand on my arm and look pretty. All that other stuff is passe. Cause he straight up told her, girl, like, listen, if I'm gonna do all this, cause she's like, you know, okay, why don't you just come to me and say, get dressed, I'm taking you to lunch. You don't even do that. And he's like, okay, if I do that, then I'm gonna be expecting something by the end of the night. And it's like, damn, you wine and dine and romance your wife just so you can have sex with her? Like, is that it? I ain't like that. I don't like that at all. Candiace and Chris, they have a picnic at the park. And he asked her, you know, what's your fear in having kids? You know, like, what you scared of? And she tells him, we've heard this before, she didn't have a great experience with her mother. And it took 30 years for them to come around full circle, sort of. Because they're not even all the, you know, the relationship between them is not all the way repaired. So she doesn't want her children to get to 30 and, you know, be feeling the same way. She's afraid, you know, of not being a good mom. And if you are that afraid, like, if within your heart of hearts you feel like, I don't want no kids, or you're indifferent about having kids, or, you know, just the sight of children and be having you annoyed, don't have none. Do not have them. You need to be mentally ready for what, you know, all of what motherhood and being a parent has to bring. And if in your mind you already feel like you're gonna half-ass it, don't even go for it. And that's okay. Every woman ain't put on this earth to have, I mean, I know that's what the Bible say, we all supposed to be fruitful and multiply, but we ain't all here to have kids. And Candiace pegs me as the type to, you know, go on and not necessarily have any children, and that's okay. They leave that. That's it for that. Karen and Matt, they're shopping for the party. We see that, and she got a whole crew. I'm assuming all these people are the people putting the party together. Then we see Giselle at her tacky house. It reminds me of Alice in Wonderland. That's what I feel like. I feel like I'm in the room with the Mad Hatter when we look into her home. It's so tacky. Anyway, she meets with Cal, and she tells Cal about what she's been dealing with the girls, and she don't understand why they're upset. She don't understand why they're not accepting. She feels like, well, when I was with what's his name, Spencer, was that his name? The dude from the last season, when she was with him, she felt like the girls really liked him. They always wanted to FaceTime, like they had a good rapport with him. But when it comes to their daddy, it's like, how come y'all can't have that same energy for him, your father? And Kyle is like, well, sis, those girls know everything that their father did to you. They don't know him as a good man, as a good partner or as a good spouse. They know daddy the cheater, pumpkin eater. They know daddy with the illegitimate kids. That's the daddy that they know. So now mama trying to go and be with him after all that we've read on him, after all we've heard about him. That's where their mind is, especially the oldest. She don't see it for Jamal. And I don't get why Giselle don't get that. You can't force it. Just because, yes, that's their father does not mean they want their father to be with their mother, especially if that's never been the dynamic. They have never known y'all to be married. They've only known you to be divorced. Now, especially now that they know why you got divorced. No, Giselle. And she sat there and listened. I'm assuming she took his advice because, that's a really good friend of hers. They have a really close relationship. She's better with him than she is with anybody else. Because if that was any of the other girls telling her those things, she would find some way to refute that. Because that's just how she is. Now we at Karen's party. Giselle arrives first, looking like a disco ball. Ashley and Wendy. And at first when Giselle gets there, of course, Karen want to know, well, where's your boo? And she going, oh, he got church in the morning. He ain't coming. Ashley, where's your husband? Oh, he's got the baby. Wendy brought her husband. Robin left Juan at home. And Michael ain't coming out there with y'all. Michael don't like y'all like that. Good and well Michael ain't coming to no Karen and Ray Huger party. I don't know what she was thinking. Anyway, they had the party. And Giselle pulls Ashley to the side and tells her what Ashley said about her. And Ashley ain't give her nothing. Ashley was like, well, if I ever plan to move on with her, if I plan to move on with anybody, I have to just accept their apology. Because Ashley told her, well, Candiace and I are cool now. She apologized. And of course, like Giselle, because she's always trying to throw a little salt in. She's salt bae, like Eva said. She's salt bae. She got to throw a little something in there, to spruce things up, I guess. Throw a little razzle dazzle in there. Like, oh, so you accepted her apology? Do you think she's genuine? It's like, I told you she apologized, and I told you that we cool. And here you go, trying to sow a little seed, trying to throw a little something in there to have her thinking, well, maybe she wasn't genuine. She was genuine. Ashley, don't be second guess. Don't be listening to Giselle. But when Ashley tells Giselle that, Giselle can't do nothing. Oh, well, I guess so. Because what you gonna do? She's not gonna be on your side when on the team jump on Candiace. Ashley's not on that team. So one down. She got a few more to go. If she can reel Wendy in, she will. But I don't think Wendy, because, judging from these previews, I don't think Wendy gonna get along too well with Ashley, with Giselle, with none of them. Candiace wants to talk to Giselle while she's there, and she pulls her to the side. Giselle is already on 10 because she's upset about what she heard. You know, like she getting third party information and she's this upset. Like she's not even gonna give the girl the benefit of the doubt or allow her to explain what the conversation was and why she said Giselle and Monster in the same sentence. Like, no, she's just gonna run with it because that's what she does. Once Candiace apologized, she's like, I'm sorry about those tweets. I see that they offended you, and if they hurt you, I apologize for that because that, I don't want to hurt you. Okay, yeah, there's that. And then there's what you said to Wendy about me being a monster. And Candiace was like, I think you got that out of context. No, I think you meant to be mean and nasty, and you're wrong. That's not nice. Girl, please, Giselle. Like you the pot, meat kettle. Kettle, meat pot. How you mean as hell getting offended by somebody calling you mean? You mean. And she said that, but Giselle, you can be nasty. You can be quite mean. And she gonna say, okay, well, now I know how you feel and da-da-da-da-da. Well, we just not gonna be friends no more. We're not friends. I don't want to be your friend anymore. Girl, okay. All right. Talking about I'm not going to do anything deep with you from here. Okay, girl. I'm not trying to come to your house and have tea. I'm not trying to do play dates. I'm not trying to go shopping with you. This is for filming purposes only, old lady. Ain't nobody trying to be your friend. Well, maybe Candiace is. I think Candiace really is trying to be Giselle's friend. All of them do. All of them feel like she's in charge of the girls and you got to be on her good side. Forget her. That's what I got for Giselle. All day, any day. And then she's going to say, we'll just keep it on the surface. Candiace was like, okay, like it always is, on the surface. I'm not bothered, girl. Have a good night. Robin ends up showing up. She late. And she come in there with 3 boxes of pizzas, Boom, boom. That's her joke, I guess. That's the joke for the evening. Like last season, she went to the house in Great Falls and pretended to deliver some pizza because they thought that Karen wasn't living in the house that she said she was. So she's just running the joke back. Karen could laugh this time. She was upset the first time. It wasn't funny. Now she can laugh at it and, it's a joke. Everybody goes, to sit down. Oh, the ladies sit and talk, and it's like a few different conversations going on. Then Karen leaves, and when she comes back in her Beyonce fit. The thumbnail. She comes back in her little Beyonce fit, standing up there with her hat. Let me not do that too hard. I done already told y'all. It's loose and I can feel it. Let me hurry up. Yeah, that was it for that. The party. It ended out at the party. It ended out with Karen. Ray? Where's Ray? Ray? Somebody get Ray. Ray walking on up them stairs with his drink and his piece of cake. And he's out. Party over. Ray is out. Okay, Ray is going to bed. This was your party anyway, Karen. Because, the decorations and all had K's all over it. Karen, why you tell these people this was about the Hugers being back in Potomac? No, this is about Karen being back because Karen couldn't wait to get back to Potomac because she's the grande dame of Potomac. Anyway, that was it for the review, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It's Call Me Busby, and I'll chat with you later. Peace and light.